There's a quiet kind of beauty in the moments we don't always notice. The emotional journey of a father and his daughter Meguri as they navigate a new chapter of life. The film opens with a sense of calm realism. Nothing dramatic, nothing exaggerated, just the everyday life of two people who have quietly depended on each other for years. Meguri grew up under the warm guidance of her father, a man who runs a small but hard-working construction company. He isn't the loud, commanding type. Instead, his strength shows through simplicity. These moments set the tone for everything that follows, and as viewers, we're invited to reflect on the kind of love that grows through consistency, not grand gestures. This spring marks her first job after graduating from university, a milestone she's dreamed about for years. But her excitement is mixed with a very real sense of uncertainty. The workplace is new, the expectations are high, and everything seems to move a little faster than she anticipated. Instead of portraying her challenges as failures, the film takes a comforting, realistic approach. Adjusting takes time, and learning is part of the process. Meguri trying her best to adapt, learning how to communicate with colleagues, figuring out a schedule that doesn't exhaust her, and understanding that being new at something doesn't mean being inadequate. What stands out beautifully is the father's presence in all of this. He doesn't appear as a hero who swoops in to solve everything, but rather as a steady, encouraging companion. When Meguri returns home after a tiring day, he doesn't push for details or pressure her to be strong. Instead, he simply asks how she's feeling, listens with genuine interest, and reminds her that every beginning is supposed to feel unfamiliar. His support never tries to shield her from the world. It helps her face it with confidence. The film allows us to see this dynamic not through dramatic speeches, but through small, thoughtful interactions. A warm meal waiting on the kitchen table. A father noticing when Meguri is unusually quiet. A subtle smile when she shares something she learned at work. These scenes, though simple, leave a powerful impression because they show love in its most practical form. Consistent, kind, and without conditions. The home they share becomes a central symbol, a place filled with laughter, calm conversations, and a sense of belonging that anchors Meguri in moments of doubt. It's this environment that gives her the strength to keep trying, even when challenges feel overwhelming. And it's this foundation that sets up the emotional depth of the story. The understanding that support doesn't remove difficulties, but it makes them feel more manageable. We're not just watching a father and daughter, we're watching a partnership built on trust, gratitude, and everyday care. And through their lives, the film quietly invites all of us to reflect on the people who helped shape our paths, the ones who stayed close even when life became complicated. What makes the film's next phase so engaging is the way it captures the small victories that often go unnoticed, the kind that slowly build a person's confidence without ever announcing themselves. As Meguri settles into her new job, the story begins to highlight the moments where her world starts expanding, not through dramatic breakthroughs, but through steady, meaningful progress. It's here that the film gently shifts from quiet introduction to uplifting momentum, and the excitement grows not from external events, but from Meguri's inner transformation. Meguri learning to recognize her own strengths. At work, she initially feels out of place surrounded by colleagues who seem more experienced, more confident, more comfortable. But through attentive observation and a willingness to learn, she begins contributing small ideas during team discussions. What truly elevates this section is how her father's influence continues to guide her, even when he's not physically present. The story shows him at work as well, overseeing construction projects with the same dependable calmness he brings into their home. His leadership style emphasizes respect and teamwork, and those values naturally flow into Meguri's approach at her new job. Without ever telling her what to do, he has given her a framework for how to treat others with kindness, patience, and integrity. Watching her apply these lessons in her professional life creates a subtle but powerful emotional resonance. Meguri's growth shines through small, meaningful steps, cooking for herself, managing her schedule, and caring for her well-being. Her bond with her father deepens, especially in quiet dinners where they speak as equals, showing his pride in her growing independence. The excitement comes from emotional authenticity, steady progress, supportive conversations, and subtle changes in Meguri's confidence. These gentle moments remind us that real transformation often begins with simple, everyday actions. The film's most emotional moment unfolds not through dramatic conflict, but through a quiet struggle many face when stepping into adulthood. After a demanding week and a new project that stretches her limits, Meguri finds herself overwhelmed despite trying her best. Her weary steps home, recording the burden of wanting to live up to expectations while still learning her own limits. Sensing something is wrong, her father offers gentle support, no pressure, no judgment. Over dinner, Meguri finally opens up about her stress and fear of falling behind. He listens patiently and reminds her that growth comes from facing difficulty with courage, not from perfection. His calm reassurance becomes the turning point she needs. The next day, Meguri communicates openly with her team, easing the workload and finding understanding. The chapter highlights quiet resilience, showing that admitting overwhelm and seeking support can be a powerful step forward. In the weeks that follow her moment of vulnerability, Meguri begins to see her world with renewed clarity. She approaches her responsibilities with steadier confidence, not the kind that comes from perfection, but the kind rooted in self-awareness. She learns that balancing life and work isn't a destination. It's an ongoing process, shaped by daily choices and a willingness to adjust. Meguri's openness becomes a quiet source of strength. She communicates more fluidly with her team, asks questions without hesitation, and offers help where she can. Back at home, the bond between father and daughter deepens in its simplicity. Their conversations become more balanced, reflecting a mutual respect that has grown naturally over time. The father continues to encourage Meguri in the same quiet way he always has. His presence symbolizes a kind of steady love that doesn't try to control or rescue, but instead empowers. There's a particularly touching scene where the two of them have dinner together on a weekend night. The calmness of their conversation creates a sense of peace that lasts long after the moment has ended. Nothing dramatic happens, but it becomes one of the most meaningful scenes in the film because it captures what many people long for: a relationship built on trust, understanding, and mutual appreciation. The story's lesson emerges quietly through Meguri's journey, showing that growth is nurtured by patience, honest communication, and the gentle support of loved ones. By the end, She moves forward with newfound confidence, strengthened by her father's steady presence and her own self-understanding. In a warm final moment, she steps into her future with calm purpose, reminding viewers that real growth comes from connection, courage, and compassion in everyday life.